right, we'll get started in just a second. I am still kind of figuring out our new situation a little bit. So my apologies if I don't get everything set up in time, but I think I'll make it. Hello, hello. Ooh. Tight. I don't know. That's gonna work. All right. Okay. This clock says I have 1 more minute. This clock says I have no more minutes. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and jump on in. I think hello. All right, well, happy Wednesday for those who are joining me live. Happy whatever day you join if you're not joining me live. Happy to be here. We're trying out a new setting, so bear with me while I kind of make things work. I got some feedback that some of our streams were not we're basically just like not very good. The streams were a little bit wonky, so I've been trying to do it at a new location, and hopefully that will help ease some of the strain of the video quality. I'm still working with how to make it all work so nothing, gets chopped off. So bear with me if I lose a limb, know that it's there in real life. But all right, I hope everyone is doing well and feeling positive. We are going to take some of that positivity and just goodness into ourselves and spend a little time flowing. So we are going to move into a Vinyasa-based practice. So if this is your first time, welcome. If it's your millionth time, welcome. I'm super excited to be guiding you through your practice today. As we move through our practice, we will do a Vinyasa-based practice, which will use a Vinyasa or a sun salutation to move us through and flow from posture to posture. If you're not familiar, I always usually break down the first 1 or 2 to give you an opportunity to know what that feels like in your body. There are lots of modifications and variations that you can work with. So as always, what's most important, listen to your body and have some fun. So we're gonna go ahead and begin this afternoon in child's pose. So bring your big toes close. Your knees can open wide or stay a little closer together. A little closer together will offer a little more support for your low back. A little wider will give your low back and you the ability to relax a little deeper. So take what you need. If you haven't already chosen a playlist, put something on that is smooth and gonna set you up to feel good. So slide forward and relax your upper body down. You can stretch through your fingertips or maybe just let them relax on the floor. Release your forehead to the floor and start to lengthen your breath. With each inhale, fill your lungs really, really full, maybe even a little fuller than you normally would. And then on your exhale, see if you can relax a little bit deeper. Notice if you can find that sensation of stress starting to melt from your shoulders. What kind of a magic your exhale can offer you, and just start to notice how incredible paying attention to your breath, the sensations that it draws up, can really start to feel. The more you pay attention, the more you'll notice. And so use that opportunity to pay attention here as you move throughout your practice. Pay attention to sensation, pay attention to thoughts, pay attention to anything. You don't have to hold on to it too tight. It might be something that just passes through, but just take notes. Let that information tell you something if it has something to tell you. And maybe it doesn't have too much. And that's okay too. Take 1 more big breath in. And then 1 more big breath out. On your next inhale, press yourself forward into a tabletop position. Let's take a moment to warm up your spine with your hands underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingertips wide. Stack your hips directly over the tops of your knees. And on your inhale, lower your belly, tip your tailbone up. Look As you exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, and actively push the floor away so you dome through your upper back and hollow out your belly. Inhale, lower your belly, tip your tailbone up, look up, relax your shoulders, look all the way up, find full articulation of your spine on your exhale. Tuck your chin, round your shoulders, push the floor away. You even engage the abdominals a little bit to stretch through your shoulder blades. Breathe in, lower your belly. Really, really long inhale, exhale, push, tuck, and round. And then take the next few on your own. On your inhale, find your cow. On your exhale, find your cat. You can move around a little bit, so maybe sway your hips from right to left. You might have been sitting behind your desk all morning, and so this is the time where you can really start to kind of show up in your body. Maybe you're working through some stuff that got a little stuck while you were sitting there, and so here's your moment, right? No judgments, no criticisms, just notice, okay, that feels a little sticky, now I know. When you come into another posture, you can maybe sink a little deeper. Take another mental note. Maybe it's gotten more open, maybe it's feeling exactly the same, and you got some work to do. All right, inhale back to neutral. Exhale, let it settle. Just turn your palms out to the left and to the right and just start to sway from right to left. As you do, notice the width between your fingertips. Make sure you spread your fingertips wide so you take up a nice big base with your hands. Press down into your finger pads and start to wake up even into your fingers. Our bodies are incredible. They have so much ability to be able to connect and to be able to connect your mind and your body. We just don't use it very often, and so then we forget. Or we just kind of atrophy. So see if you can start to wake up your fingers, find even more articulation through them, the ability to move them as you think you want to move them. And then take your fingertips towards your knees, towards your thighs, and rock from front to back. Maybe a few little circles or some sways. One direction and then the other. And then from the position that you're in, tuck your toes under, include your pinky toe, all 10 of them, and then slowly shift your body's weight back to your heels. From here, you can release your grip and plant your palms underneath your shoulders. This might feel like enough stretch through your toes, and if it does, stay. But if you want a little bit more, slowly start to walk yourself all the way back so you come sitting on tops of your toes. Just stack your shoulders on tops of your hips, on tops of your heels, on tops of your toes. Everything's stacked up nice and tight, so this way you get your body's weight really stretching out through your arches. If it ever feels like too much intensity, no problem, back it off. Give it a little shake, maybe draw back in. If it feels welcome, we just tend to put our feet in shoes a lot, and so they get a little tired. And if we've been like walking a lot or running a lot, then they're gonna get tired too. So it's really important that the feet are really healthy. They have this connection to all these little tiny muscles that help to stabilize the rest of the body. So when they're healthy, the whole body's healthy. And then while you're here, grab onto your left wrist and just start to roll it around. Just kind of squeeze tight the wrists, a few circles. Maybe open and close, wiggle through your fingers. And then do it on the other side. Nice little squeeze. Just kind of pushing some blood into the wrists to wake them up. Open and close, wiggle through your fingers again. See if you can find that articulation. And just notice, right? Sometimes you pull one hand down and like all 3 fingers come with it. So you're just kind of paying attention so that you can eventually create, just the same way you can pull down one finger. All right, shake that out, let it go. Come back out your feet a little bit, just kind of wiggle, maybe shake them out. And then plant your palms underneath your shoulders. One more time, knees over hips, tuck your toes, take a big breath. On your exhale, lift your hips up, your knees rather, float them up and off the mat. So push the floor away, little dome through your upper back, hold it in tight. Take another inhale, float your right leg off the floor, just hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your right foot down, reestablish your balance, breathe in. On your exhale, float your left foot off the floor, hold 3. Strong, steady the mat. This time, open your right leg out to the side like a fire hydrant, and then pull it back into the midline. Let's do that again for 3. Just finding some articulation through your hips for 2. And then last one, and set it back down. Take it to the opposite side. Left leg comes up, open. Back to center. Open out to the side, little fire hydrant. Last one, lift, open, and then set it down. Hold and hover your knees off the mat. Hold 3, 2, and release your knees to the floor. Push your hips back, little child's pose. You can flip your palms up, wiggle through your fingers. Inhale a nice big breath, make it all the way back up. Hands under shoulders, exhale, tuck your toes, float your knees off the mat again. Hold, push the floor away, little dome through your upper back, hold it. Float your foot off the floor, open out to the side. Close back in. Open and close. Back in. 3, 2. Last one, hold. 3, 2, 1. Set it down, float your knees, big breath, inhale. Here we go, exhale, down dog. Push your hips back and up. Take a moment to pedal out your heels, wiggle through your hips. A little bit of motion here, lift right, lift left. All right, take a moment, spread your fingertips wide, come high to your toes. And then exhale, work your heels towards the mat. One more time, lift up high onto your toes. This time, exhale, spin your heels off towards the right, shift your hips back, but keep your shoulders square. So you're in this kind of like side bended down dog set action. Inhale yourself back through center, heels come with you. On your exhale, you'll spin your heels off to the left, let your hips fall off towards the left so you get that nice achy stretch down the right. Inhale, come back through center, exhale, work your heels towards the mat. Inhale, high to your toes. Exhale, take a walk to the top. As many steps as you like. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and release. Again, inhale, look forward, find length. Exhale, fold and let it go. One more. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold and hang. Let your head hang, release your head, neck, and shoulders. You can give yourself a couple of nods yes, a few nods no. Last couple yeses, always reminding yourself, yeah, it feels good to show up in your body. It feels good to set the time aside on your mat. Arms can just dangle if you ever need. Inhale, lengthen, look forward, release your grip. Exhale, plant your left hand in front of your 2 big toes. Softly bend your left knee and sweep your right arm to the ceiling. Reach and stretch through your right fingertips. You can tent into your left fingers, or plant your left palm to the floor and start to roll your right wrist. Wiggle through your fingers. Take another big breath in. On your exhale, take your right hand behind your back. Reach for your left, maybe hip crease or just behind the back, and then pull your right shoulder back. Look up towards the ceiling. Make sure to hold your belly in. Bend deeply into your left leg. And find that nice stretch right down the right hamstring. Okay, inhale, unwind, reach high. Exhale, release. So let's do it on the other side. Plant your right palm in front of your 2 big toes. Sweep your left arm to the ceiling. Start to wiggle through your fingers. Roll through your wrist. Bend into your right knee. Body's weight to your left. Stretch up, big breath. And then exhale, hand behind your back. So maybe it finds. Inhale, unwind, reach your arm high. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, nice and slow, peel up vertebra by vertebra all the way to standing. As many inhales and exhales as you can take. And then stand up tall, roll your shoulders, give your head a few nods. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, take a side bend towards the right. Push your hips off, pull your shoulder forward, belly in. Inhale, nice and slow, come back through center. Exhale, opposite side. Push your hips off towards the right. Let your chest pull forward, arms back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, goal post your elbows, take a little backward bend. And then inhale, reach your arms high. And exhale, release your hands, interlace your grip behind your back. Take a big breath in to lift your chest. On your exhale, release your right ear to your right shoulder. So work your left shoulder away from your ear, pull down. So you can find that little bit of space down the left side of your neck, opening up your shoulders a little bit here. Inhale yourself back through center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. This time find and pull your right shoulder away from your ear. A little more intensity or less intensity is up to you. Inhale yourself back through center and exhale, release your grip. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale and release your grip. Press your fingertips towards the ceiling. Breathe in. On your exhale, fold forward and let it go. Look forward and lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms and step through to a plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrist. Push the floor away a little. Dome through your upper back. Take a nice big breath in. And then exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Squeeze your elbows in close. Come all the way down. Inhale, peel your chest off the mat. Find cobra. Squeeze your elbows in. Drag down through the tops of your feet. Squeeze your glutes. Start to look up, reach up, go up, and exhale, lower. Push into the floor, tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, down dog. So you can always move through your vinyasa in this way, lowering your knees and then your chest all the way to the floor. We got a couple more options, so we'll keep moving. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Travel to the top of the step or a hop. Look forward, find length. Exhale, fold and let it go. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, big breath. And then exhale, release your arms by your side. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms and step through your plank. Push the floor away so you dome through your upper back, firm up your belly. Option to lower your knees and all the way to the floor, or come down halfway, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog or your cobra, find your breath. Exhale, pull back to downward dog, big breath in. And then a big breath out. One more big breath in. Strong breath out. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Travel to the top. Look forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep, reach, rise, stand tall. And exhale, hands can come through center or by your side as you like. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, plant and flow. Knees, one sometimes is good. Halfway or all the way down, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pull back to your down dog. Full breath in. Strong breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high, split dog. Exhale, bend at your knees, stack your hips. Right knee on top of your left. You can start to roll through your ankle a couple of times. Push the floor away. Focus. I'm just finding that little stretch to open up your hips, and inhale, square your hips. Exhale, step in between your hands. If your foot doesn't make it, no problem. Just wiggle it up there and lower and reach your arms high. Exhale, release your grip and release your grip behind your back, chest up. Exhale, lean back, look back. Let your hands slide down your left hamstring. Make sure your front knee is still tucked behind your toes. And inhale, unwind, arms up. Exhale. Big breath out. To the left, inhale, lift your left leg high, split dog. Exhale, bend your knee, send it to the right side of the room. So you can roll through your left ankle, kind of wiggle through your hips, wiggle through your ankle a little bit, maybe a little bit of motion through the knee, through the hip, and then straighten your left leg and exhale, step in between your hands, lower your right knee to the floor. Again, lengthen your lunge out if you need to. Take your time, breathe in, reach high. Use your exhale to really let your hips sink low as you create some space here. Reach through your fingertips, breathe in. Exhale, and release your grip behind your back. Chest up on your inhale. And then exhale, lean back. So the movement with breath is really what creates this space that your body can start to tap into. Because the more calm and controlled your breath is, the more safe your body will start to feel. So keep using your breath and your movement simultaneously. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes, vinyasa. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high, split dog. Exhale, step in between your hands, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, stretch up. Let your hips sink low, reach high, breathe in. Exhale, interlace your grip behind your back, lift your chest, lean back. Inhale, come back through center, reach high. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes, runner's lunge. Stretch through the top of your head, firm up your belly, focus on your breath. Inhale all the way up to high crescent, reach up. So let your hips sink low, square your shoulders, firm up your belly, stay nice and focused here. See if you can press your left hip forward so you work to square your hips, but this way you really start to open up your hip flexors. Reach to your fingertips, big breath in. Exhale, open up warrior two. Stretch and reach your arms in opposite directions. Inhale, exhale, flip your palms, reverse your warrior. Inhale, come back through center, warrior two. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant and flow, vinyasa. Optional if that one leg, add a little extra, up dog or your cobra. Send it back to down dog. Let's do it to the left. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Let your hips sink forward, reach through, breathe in. Exhale, interlace your grip behind your back, lift your chest, inhale, and then exhale, backward bend. So you can let your hips sink lower, find that space. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands down, runner's lunge, tuck your left, right toes, stretch, look forward. Find that little bit of space, get nice and strong through your right leg. Inhale, high crescent, reach up. Stay for your exhale. Square your hips, square your shoulders. Come high to your right toes. Focus on your breath. Inhale, big breath. Here we go. Exhale, spin your back heel down, warrior two. Open your arms from front to back, hips sink low. Reach and stretch through your fingertips, big breath in. Exhale, flip your palms, reverse your warrior. Keep your hips nice and low. Find that long, achy stretch down low. Exhale, pull back to your down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do that one more time through, and then we'll add on. Make sure the hips are nice and warm. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, lower your left knee to the floor. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, release your hands, interlace your grip behind your back. Breathe in, chest up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, back, take a breath. Exhale, flip and reverse, hold it. Find a little bit of space, pull your right knee to the right, see if you can sink your hips deeper. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant your palms, vinyasa, or just step into your down dog. Put that in your back pocket. If you ever need to use it, use it. All right, setting up for the left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Hips low, left knee behind your toes. Inhale. Exhale, interlace your grip, chest up, big breath. Exhale, backward bend. Let it feel good, releasing tension through your low back. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, release your hands, frame your foot, tuck your toes, runner's lunge. Stretch through the top of your head. Heel to the top of your head. Nice, strong line. Inhale, high crescent. Hips low, reach through your fingertips. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down, open your arms, sink. Inhale, full, fill up. Exhale, flip and reverse, hold it. Sink your hips low. Pull your left knee towards the left. Make sure your left knee stays over your heel. Your alignment is everything. It's taking you exactly where you need to go. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill to the floor, rinse it out, vinyasa. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlace grip, find your backward bend, lift your chest. Lean back. Come back through center, reach high. Exhale, release your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, right away, high crescent, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two, back heel spins down. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, take it to your reverse. Inhale, back to warrior two, listen up. Exhale, drive to your front leg, spin your back heel in, toes out, find a ski lunge, drop your hips back. So knee in line with your hip for now. Don't worry, we're gonna add on, I promise. You'll get the opportunity to drop it low in just a minute. Inhale, come back through warrior two. So spin your back toes forward, sink your hips low. Let's do that again. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, drive out of your front leg, toes in on the right, toes out on the left. Drop your hips. I like to lift my front foot. I think it feels good. All right, back through center. Warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, send it back. Just to a ski lunge. Don't worry about dropping your hips too low. You can lift your toes, come up onto the heel, maybe start to work to externally rotate, get your hips to open up a little bit more. One more time, back through warrior two. Exhale, windmill to the floor, plant your palms, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. Send it back to down dog. All right, let's do that same thing on your left. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands, lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, rise, Vinyasa. Exhale, interlace your grip behind your back, chest up, breathe in. Exhale, backward bend. Inhale, back through center reach. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes, runner's lunge. Inhale, right away, rise to your high crescent. Exhale, open up, warrior two, back heel spins down, open your arms, big breath. Exhale, flip and reverse. Inhale, back through warrior two. Stay for an exhale, big breath in, hold it. Exhale, drive through your front leg, spin your back heel in, left toes out, sink into that lunge. So I'm gonna open it up on the other side. So this time, toes will lift. Good, and then you'll drive back through. Bend deeply into your warrior two. And then exhale. So heels in, they just switch directions as you push your hips back and you can lift your front toes. Here we go, warrior two. Send it low. Ski lunge. Shift back. Two more, warrior two. Ski lunge. Lift the toes. There it is. Last one, warrior two. Exhale, windmill plant flow. Vinyasa, rinse it out. Up dog or cobra. Send it back to your down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, let's do it again. We'll add on from the right. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands. Lower your left knee to the floor. Inhale, rise, Vinyasa. Exhale, release your grip. Interlace behind your back. Breathe in, chest up. Exhale, backward bend. Let it feel good. Inhale, reach through center. Exhale, plant your palms, runner's lunge. Inhale, rise, high crescent, big breaths. Use your exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, back through center, warrior two. Exhale, back heel spins in, front toes spin forward, sink your hips low. Front toes lift. And then maybe if you feel really strong, you can release your hands and come all the way up onto your toes. Into a judo lunge. And then we bring it back. Palms down, press back, warrior two. And then send it through. Into that low lunge. Maybe the heel can stay flat. Maybe not, right? And if not, no problem. You just roll up onto your toes. Nice big breaths. Good, so you can stay in this ski lunge variation with the toes down or maybe up, depending on how low you want to take it. And then if you want to come even lower, you'll lower down all the way, I'm gonna scoop, all the way down onto your heel, so your hips are on your heel, nice and lifted, and then you can start to work your balance. And just start to flex your toes towards your face, lift your chest, work those little wiggly spots, find your balance here. All right, nice and strong. Release your hands. Press yourself back up. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. Plant and flow. Vinyasa. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do it on the left. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, Vinyasa. Exhale, interlace your grip behind your back. Breathe in, chest up. Exhale, backward bend. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, plant your palms, runner's lunge. Inhale, sweep up to high crescent, big breath. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, flip and reverse your warrior. Inhale, back through warrior two. And exhale as you stay. I'll flip to face you. So sink your hips nice and low. Take a nice big breath. On your exhale, you shift your body's weight. So drive through your left leg, spin your right heel in, drop your hips low into that ski lunge, or maybe really low and press up onto the toes, lift your heel, and come all the way down to a judo lunge. So the depth is up to you. You can even lower down to a flat foot. Again, if that feels accessible and your hips are like happy, really happy. Maybe they're not, and so you come up higher, or maybe they're like really not, and so you come up really high. Either way, you're gonna get into the hips, one, 2, you're gonna work, okay? It works no matter what. So whatever depth you're at, there is no judgment, there's nothing that's better than the other, it's relative. So find your breath, find your edge, and let's back it out. So press through, find warrior 2 to the left, release your arms, breathe in, plant your palms, flow, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra, send it back to your down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands. Lower your left knee to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, interlace your grip behind your back. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Tuck your toes, stretch the top of your head forward. Inhale to your high crescent. And exhale, open up warrior 2. Breathe in, find some space. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back through warrior 2. And exhale, drive through your front legs, spin your heels in, come down to your judo lunge. So take your time. Maybe the heel lifts, maybe the foot is flat. It's up to you. Focus on your breath. Wherever you go, just go to your depth. Find some space to hold it. Find your breath. Keep working to lift your chest. You might even want to work to play with the bind. So if you do, thumb comes down towards the belly button as it wraps around the front of your shin behind. And then opposite hand behind your back. Pull your shoulder back, look up towards the ceiling, flex the toes of your right foot. And then release. Take your time. Back out. Find warrior 2 to the right. And then windmill to the floor. Runner's lunge vinyasa. Step through, plant, and float. Let's go for that same thing on your left. A little topsy-turvy today. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step in between your hands. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach up. Exhale, interlace your grip behind your back. Big breath in, chest high. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, plant your palms, runner's lunge. Inhale, right away, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Back heel spins down, open your arms. Big low lunge, inhale. Exhale, flip and reverse. Inhale, warrior 2. And exhale, drive through your front leg, spin your back heel in, come down to your judo lunge. So foot flat or heel lift is up to you. Lift your chest, press your chest forward, knees wide. Use the flex foot of your left to help you find a little bit of balance. And again, if you want to work on the bind, thumb comes down towards the belly button and then you wrap it around. So you let your shoulder roll forward for an internal rotation of the shoulder and hand behind your back. Same thing with the opposite hand. And then pull your right shoulder back. In this case, look up towards the ceiling. Left shoulder. I'll get my rights and my lefts one day. We're going to do it. Good, and then release, unwind, come back through. You can use your hands. We meet in warrior 2. Windmill to the floor, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. Send it back to your down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, come forward to find plank. And exhale, lower yourself all the way to the floor on a 4 count. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. Press down through the tops of your feet. Slide your hands back and inhale, peel your chest off the mat. Find cobra. Squeeze your elbows in, look up towards the ceiling. Focus on your breath. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and just start to notice the engagement of your low back. Get your body to turn on. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, release. We're going to add on here. So inhale, peel your chest off the mat. Find cobra. See if you can squeeze your thighs a little closer towards each other. Maybe even the inner thighs squeezed a touch. And then inhale another big breath, and on your exhale, lift and float your legs off the mat. Just hold it. Take another inhale, and exhale, so you can lift your hands, float your hands off the mat. Hold here, big breath. Work your legs up, work your chest up. Start to look all the way towards the ceiling. One more inhale. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Stretch through your fingertips. Stretch through your toes. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down. Look over your right shoulder. Take a breath.
We're gonna add on again. So look forward, bring your chin forward, bring your legs together close. Hands come underneath your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in. Take an inhale, peel your chest off the mat, cobra. Halfway. Drive down through the tops of your feet, squeeze your glutes. Focus on turning the back side of your body on. Lift your chest up, take another inhale. Exhale, legs up so you can keep squeezing your thighs together. Focus more on the squeeze than the height. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, arms up, lift. Another inhale. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Hold 5, squeeze your thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, look over your left shoulder, take a breath. All right, here we go. Reach your arms out overhead. Stretch through your legs. Inhale, big breath. Stay for an exhale. All right, let's do this. On your next inhale, everything lifts. Here we go. Inhale, arms, head, chest, legs, lift. Everything up and off the mat. Stretch and reach to your fingertips. Pull up on your quadriceps. Point your toes like you're being pulled. A great big tug of war in opposite directions. Work to lift your chest up higher. Focus on your breath. Lift, lift. Stay. Bend at your knees. Grab for your feet. Find your bow. Grab on and kick into your hands. Kick back and kick up. Get the backside of your body to turn on even more, especially when we're sitting so much. We need this extra love. Here we go. Kick. Find your breath. Kick. Kick. And then lower. Look over your right shoulder. Take a breath. Let's do one more bow. And so bend at your knees. Reach back from the outside and grab onto your ankles. Let's give your shoulders a little bit of extra attention. So flex your feet really firmly, point your toes towards the back of your mat. Take another big breath, and on your exhale, kick straight back behind you. So think about kicking back, but drive down to the tops of your thighs, and then roll your shoulders back and look forward. So really nice compression in the low back, really helpful for opening up the front side of the body. And if your shoulders are a little snug, this is your best friend. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow. Look to your left, take a breath. All right, slide your hands forward underneath your shoulders, plant your palms. Cobra or up dog on your inhale. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Make it there however you make it. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high, split dog. Exhale, take your right knee to your right elbow or tricep. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, across your body for a hold. Listen close. Take your right knee down to your left wrist. Over to your right wrist. Back up to your right elbow. And all the way across to your left elbow. Do that one more time. All the way down left wrist. All the way over right wrist. All the way up right elbow. All the way over left elbow. Listen close. Take your right knee back to the outside of your right wrist and set it down. Shin on a diagonal. Slide your left toes back. Work to pull your right knee off towards the right. And square your hips to the top of your mat. Square your shoulders right on top too. And then when you're ready, slowly fold yourself forward. So if you have a little towel or a block and you feel like you're really rolling off to the right hardcore, then you can use something to just kind of wedge underneath your hip. And this way it'll help to just kind of push the body's weight to the left and help you open up your hips a little bit more. Really good for releasing tension through your low back and the outsides of your hips. Let it feel good. Try to relax as much as you can. All right, nice and slow, start to walk yourself up. Hands underneath your shoulders, sit up nice and tall. And then if you have a block or something there, remove it and lean off towards your right to sweep your left foot all the way towards the top corner of your mat. So you got a nice little kind of 90-degree-ish angle with your legs. And take a nice big breath in. You'll fold forward over your right heel shin. Just for a little half straddle. Notice if one side wants to really lift. See if you can kind of even out that distribution of weight and let your chest sink down. Focus on the sound and length of your inhale and your exhale. Let it draw your attention in. When you're ready, slow and steady, start to walk yourself up. Take your right foot out, bringing yourself into a straddle position. Take a nice big breath in, and then slowly fold yourself forward. So your feet are open much wider than your hips. Doesn't have to be overly impressive, don't worry. And then let your chest sink low. You have a couple options for this full straddle position. If, again, you feel like you've just this little like strong tuck of the tailbone under and it's hard to feel like you can bring your chest forward, then you can either roll up a towel or something and sit on it, like a pillow usually will work too, or you can sit on the edge of a block. And then this will just help to start to get your hips to push back so you can lean your chest forward. So you've got some options, but take what you need. Fold forward. We'll be here for a few more breaths. These ones are super good because we're sitting a lot, right? And the pelvis gets tipped under and you just kind of round a lot. And so this posture really good for helping the hips to tip back so you can get some more malleability from the hips. Take your time as you walk your way up and pull your left heel into your midline. So bring it back into about that 90-degree shape. Take a nice big breath, stretch up, and on your exhale, you'll fold forward over your left heel shin. And just notice the difference between the right and the left. Slowly begin to walk yourself all the way back up. Lean off towards your left. Slide your right leg back and set up for pigeon on your left. So this time, left knee comes off towards the left, right hip swings down to square your hips back to the top of your mat. Make sure your heel is back in line with your right hip in this case, and then fold yourself forward. Let your chest sink, hips get nice and heavy. Create the space you need. Nice and slow, start to walk yourself all the way back up. Remove any props if you may have used them and plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Listen up, tuck your toes under, press your hips back and up to down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's even you out on the left. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, take your left knee to left elbow or tricep. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to your right, hold it. Take your left knee down to your right wrist, back to your left, all the way up to your left elbow, back to your right elbow. Again, down to your right wrist, over to the left, all the way up, left elbow, over to the right. 3, 2, and sweep it back up through a vinyasa here, or just stay in your down dog for a moment. Big breath in, and then a big breath out. Inhale, look forward towards the top of your mat. Step, hop, or walk all the way to a seat. Look, I'm sitting up nice and tall. Stretch up, and you'll take your left knee in line with your left hip, and then your right knee back. So hip and knee are in one line, about parallel with the edge of your mat, and hip and knee are in one line, about parallel with the top edge of your mat. So you get this nice kind of 90-degree angle shape. Lift up nice and tall. Say hello to your hips first, then sit up nice and tall, and just pivot to your right. And then you can give yourself a little lean to kind of lean forward over your right leg and hip. You might be able to come down super far, but avoid trying to find the place where you can come down super far, because if you pivot forward, you can fold all the way for some of us. But really look for that edge that's like, it feels like it's impossible to go anywhere. See if you can kind of lean into that space that's a little bit unknown, especially for really mobile people. I think we just look for that space where you can really just do it. You're like, well, if I do this, I can do it. I can do it all the way. And look how impressive this is. But what's really more important than folding into a shape is finding a balanced sense of space in the body. And so there are naturally areas that are a little snugger in our bodies, and through our practice, we're just working to find those out, feel those out, and show up. See if you can breathe into that little bit of space. Right? It might be a little bit right now, but it might be like a lot of it later. Good. Now take your time, come sitting all the way back up. Square your shoulders back to the top edge of your mat. You can take your left hand down onto the floor to give yourself a little bit of balance, but we're going to play with your balance and your strength. So a little bit your body's weight will lean off towards your left, just enough for you to pick your right leg up and off the mat. Now you can balance with your hands in the center of your chest, just like normal, or you can take your hands down if you ever need, and you're just going to start to lift your right leg up and off the mat, just for a few little pulses. So you're just finding this nice full range of motion here, helping to establish strength in through the midline of your body, working to establish strength through your hips, abdominals. You just lift and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, we got 3 more, 2, and then hold it up there. Now push back, back, back. Yeah, little pulses to the back side of your mat. Keep your chest lifted again. You can always take your fingertips to the floor if you ever need to regain your balance. Push back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it back down. Take a breath, reset, and then exhale. We're just going to shift. Come back through. We're going to do it on the other side. So we'll just switch opposite sides of the mat. This time your right knee is in line with your hip, be particular, and then heel and knee are in the same line, so straight shin towards the top of your mat. Same thing on this side. Sometimes the knee wants to slide forward, so make sure hip and knee are in one line, shin and heel are in one line. Sit up tall. Pivot over your left side, and then do like a little fold. Lean into it a little bit. But really see if you can work that pivot to get into this rotation through the hip. Nice big breaths.
We're doing a lot of the work today to create space and relieve tension from the low back, because I just am guessing that with all of us being on quarantine, we are sitting a lot and doing some things that maybe we don't normally do, or doing more of something we don't normally do, or less of something we do usually get to do. So just integrating space. Okay, nice and slow. Pivot yourself back forward so you're facing the top of your mat. Right hand this time can come off to the right to establish your balance if you need it. Lean a little bit, just enough to get you to lift your left leg off the floor. So you can bring your balance back around and through and start to pulse your left leg up. So this side might be stronger, might be weaker, no problem. Just take note. You'll figure out where you need to work from there. Might have more strength, might have more agility than the other side, no problem. Might have less. Little pulses up. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay lifted. Push back, back, back. Yeah. The one side's always a little bit more wonky than the other. This is my wonky side. Everybody's got one. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7. Just forces us to be more mindful. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Nice big breath in. And then exhale, lean off towards your right. Sweep both legs towards the top of your mat. Take a big breath in, big bend in your knees. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, lean back, float your legs off the mat. Let's just take one more little abdominal exercise to seal our practice off strong. Lift your chest. You can keep a nice strong grip behind your hamstrings if you need. Tabletop your legs. Maybe work your legs all the way straight if you're really working on balance, or on strength today. We'll take what you need. Good. Find a nice little hole. We'll be here for 5. Spine straight. 4. Focus on your breath. 3, 2. And if you straighten your legs, take a moment to bend them. Another big breath in. Keep your right leg exactly where it's at. Slowly stretch your left leg long, lower your low back to the mat, and then hold it. Press down through your low back, firm up your left leg. Keep your right leg here. Hold. 3, 2. Take an inhale. On your exhale, establish strength through your left leg. Straighten your right leg all the way out. Just the right leg in motion for 5. Straighten. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Straighten it out and hold it. 5, 4, 3. Stay with me. 2. Take an inhale. Exhale all the way back up. Find your boat. Establish your balance. Breathe. 3. Take a moment to settle it in. 2. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, this time left foot stays where it's at. Stretch your right leg long. Take your time. Lower your low back to the mat with control. Press down through your low back. Establish strength through your right leg. Big breath in. Exhale, left leg meets the right. Long. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2. Last one. Hold. 5. Big breath. 4. This is it. 3, 2, and 1. Knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And then release the soles of your feet flat to the floor. So you got a nice bend in your knees. Tee out your arms, pick up your hips, and shift your hips off towards the right. Pull your knees into your chest and let your knees fall off towards the left. Look over your right shoulder, sealing your practice off with a little twist. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back through center. Push the soles of your feet into the floor. Pick up your hips, shift them off towards the left. Pull your knees back into your chest. Let your knees fall off towards the right and look over your left shoulder.
Inhale nice and slow, bring yourself back through center. Plant the soles of your feet on the floor. Bring your hips back to the midline of your body and squeeze your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze and then shoot your legs up towards the ceiling. Soles of your feet point up. You can relax your feet. They don't have to flex or point. You can just take a moment here in candlestick. If you have a block or something supportive, you can place it underneath your low back and just have a couple of moments here. Shoulder stands in your practice. You're welcome to take yourself there. Let this moment feel good with some blood draining into the base of your body. Giving you a little boost of energy here at the end of your practice to set you on for the rest of your day. Slowly begin to bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Remove any blocks or props you may have used to help you. And then release the soles of your feet to the floor. Take it to your time. Slowly stretch your legs nice and long. And then release your arms and let your upper body and lower body sink into the mat. Allow yourself to let go. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Take your time here for as long as feels good and comfortable. It's kind of amazing when you take the time to actually check in and notice your body. All sorts of magical things happen. So give yourselves a little love, a little credit for the work that you've done on your mat today. It's always my privilege. And thank you so much for being here live or later. It's all good. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you again for joining, and I'll see you all very soon. Namaste.